Well, this is the Dartford Tunnel, one of the reasons we often don't go up to East Anglia, but today we are. Perhaps this is one of the reasons we never come up here before. Well, we're going over the River Orwell now, and what we decided, it was a spur of the moment thing. It's a nice weekend. The two of us are going to have a look round Suffolk to see if it's worth bringing other people round here or not. We don't know. We didn't invite others because we don't know what we're going to find. There's the River Orwell, if you can just see that over there. And we're just going to make the most of the weekend and see what we find. And I'm trying my new cameras out, but I've been warned by Danny. Now Danny is a heating engineer / plumber, and he said if you go to Suffolk it's different to Kent. And I said, well, what do you mean, Dan? And he said, well, you've got to remember that the people that are indigenous to Suffolk, they're totally different to Kent people. I said, are they? He said, yes. He said they've been known to throw sticks at the moon, you know. I said, did they? He said, and you've got to remember, he said, if you see any big bonfires, he said, you don't want to end up like the Wicker Man. He said, you're going into very dangerous territory. Now, I'm going to warn Robert about all this because I was totally unaware of all this. But on a serious note, I think the Wicker Man was filmed actually in Scotland or Scotland Islands, I think. And it's odd what different things you take from films. I took Britt Eklund dancing naked from that film, I think, but that's another thing entirely. But keep watching and we'll see what we see in Suffolk. Well, this is this country's largest docks here. So that's a busy place. There's loads and loads of cranes we've been riding past. Well, we're at Felixstowe now, and it looks like a fun place. This is the sort of place to bring AMR for a jolly, I reckon. Yeah, that's the pier in the distance. Still very misty. We left, it was 1.5 degrees when I left home, and I scraped the frost off the seat with my nails. The fields were white, and it's just starting to warm up now. I think we're going to have a really nice day, and I'm not going to mention that every time Robert goes out, the sun shines. This is beautiful along here. This is a lovely place. I have never ever been here before. And I was just watching all this. They put all these groins to stop probably sea erosion, but they've made such sheltered little bays. They're absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Hello. This is great. This is absolutely brilliant. I bet for holiday makers, though, there's not a terrific amount of parking down here by the look of it. No, I bet it does get busy because this actually looks very appealing. Not only just to walk along for kids to play on the beach, it's sandy. It's actually sandy. This is absolutely beautiful. This is definitely somewhere I'm going to bring the family. We've totally overlooked this. This is lovely. And it's clean. Robert's just said it's clean, and it is. Wow, look at the view down there. Just look at that. This is wow. This is different, going through a golf course. I like it. It's a nice golf course. They like playing with their little balls. Where we're going now is to the ferry boat inn. There's a little cafe round here, and years ago it was a rowing ferry across this bit here. Can you imagine that people used to walk all the way along and then get on the little rowing boat to get to the next bit and carry on walking? I suppose only the gentry had the horses and horse carts. And Winkle's Riverside restaurant. And to think that's where the old ferry used to go across this inlet with rowing boat. Save you walking all the way round. And it would be a big walk round. That looks a long way in that way. Crumbs, you could nearly swim it. Now this is Robert, and I thought I'd introduce him to you. This is the man who has the maps, who sits down and pores over all the maps and decides the route, and the two of us then sit down and find waypoints all round it, and then the route and the tour is born. And then we take others round it. But that's what we get up to. But look at this. What a find. Right, Robert's just said the other side of the trees there is where they invented the radar at Ballsy Manor. Well, it looks like the sea's going out. What a lovely, lovely view. The old Martella Tower in the distance. Sea's running quick. We're on a voyage of discovery, you know. Well, I enjoyed going along to our cafe. That was really nice. Looks like it's getting busier here now with tourists and everybody out walking along here. Right, it's Sutton Hoo. This is where the Viking ship was found. So we're going to have a look round, as you do. And this is Sutton Hoo. And we've got a burial ground, we've got all sorts to look at. And we'll probably end up in the cafe when we're finished. So we'll have a look round, I'll take some pictures and show you what we see. Well, we decided now to have a look round the grounds too. The grounds are probably about 150 acres, we'll probably walk it in about 10 minutes and not. And it's a lovely hot day with our bike here, but we thought we can't be this close and not have a look round. It wouldn't be done, would it? Look at all the old daffs out, beautiful. This is the time to come here if you want to do it. We look round the main house. I wouldn't mind a house like that. Just look at the amount of pig farming there is up in this area. I feel quite at home, you know. It's a lovely agricultural area. Now look on the other side of the road. Identical, it's all round here. A lovely lot of sausages, and I like the sausages. Agricultural area here, very much so, isn't it? We're in the heart of Suffolk. A lot of irrigation equipment there. But we're in a part of Suffolk here where there's next to no vehicles and the roads to ourselves. Loving it. Does smell nice. We all feel desperately sorry for them. Yeah, it's appalling. No, I should never drink vodka again. Lovely colour soil. Right, this is the village of Ballsey, and this is where radars were invented. Good old British. Well, somewhere in there is Ballsey Manor, and that is the home of the radar. What a lovely spot in the middle of nowhere. Now I've had a look round, I better catch him up. Now we're the other side to where we looked at the ferry point earlier and had our breakfast. So we've gone right round the inlet and we're now on the other side. There's two sides to everything, you know. Now is this nice or what? Just watching people mess about on the water. I think my grandson would love going to and fro on the ferry across here. Good fun. Still a bit hazy as the sun's burning all the moisture off. The things we have to do for AMR, you know, it's appalling. We've got accommodation tonight. Robert's found it, and we're having to stay in a pub tonight. And I've told him that I've altered my drinking habits now. I'm only drinking on two occasions. One when it's my birthday and one when it's not. So I think we'll be alright. It could get a bit messy, but we'll do our best. See how that pans out. We'll show you our accommodation when we get there later today. This is just idyllic. He does bring the good weather with him, doesn't he? Nice little church. I love the way the forsythia's out, the magnolias, daffodils, fantastic. There's an awful lot of churches up this way, but there is in Norfolk, there seems a lot of churches up that way. But getting back to Robert and all his planning with his maps, do I interfere? No, you don't rain on someone else's parade when they're good at it. He has got a fantastic ability to keep wheedling out really good routes, and it means that the rest of us get to enjoy the fruits of his labour. It works really well. And the idea of this is to give people an idea of what we get up to when the two of us come out, as a prelude to bringing others round on these sort of trips. These lanes are really sandy. The soil is beautiful soil, but look at the amount of sand. This is almost like reclaimed ground out here, isn't it? Like once it was perhaps all sea or marsh. That's an irrigation system. But then they're into their agriculture and they've got to make it work. Be lovely to live out here, wouldn't it? All this space. Fantastic coloured soil. You can see the sea to the right. Can you see that, Robert? This is all marshes round here, and we're going out on the marshes. Very flat. Tide's out. He said he's going to drop me off at Rendlesham Prison. It's very fortunate, very nice of him, wouldn't you say? It's very nice, lovely. It's lovely then. I probably deserve it, mind you. It looks like a nice prison. Well, they got a bit of security there. It's not an open prison if they got fences that high. Oh wow! He thinks it's a race course here, so the prisoners can have a bet. Mind you, we've just gone past lovely gardens at the prison. I mean, all they need is a golf course, and these prisoners have cracked it, haven't they? I mean, we could all do with 6 months, couldn't we, really? Let's be fair. And I don't dislike porridge, if I'm honest. That's a big old water tower. That is a lump. Poodling round here is superb. This reminds me a bit when we went round France, doesn't it, with such big open fields. Yeah. Robert's just warning me that sand can blow across these corners and be quite dangerous, so we're being a bit cautious as we go round. And there looks like a lot of loose sand. I wonder what happens when it rains hard. It must be an absolute mess around here. But look at that lovely dark soil. That does look rich. I wonder what they're going to put in there. Carrots, he said. Carrots. Oh, what? Yeah, you could stand in it and see if you grow. That's a good idea. What lovely big fields. You can see the mist in the distance as the moisture's burning off. Clear for quite a while though. It is a lovely area. You know those cyclists we were talking to that won't see anywhere near as much Suffolk as we'll see on our motorbikes? He said, I expect this is flat for you, and I said, yeah, it is. He said, it flipping isn't for us. Why do they do it? It's madness, isn't it? I just don't get it. Well, I don't know. I mean, you look at my mates who've got it, who've having replacement knees. I mean, what's all that about? I mean, you wear them out and you need new ones, and it's operations. I mean, it is left, yes, you're right. But there's two lefts. It's not the one directly first, it's the second left. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, you got it. I'll tell you what, with the sun out, have we been lucky or what? This is called the Clumps. Now, can I ask a stupid question? Why is it called the Clumps? He hasn't got a clue. Well, that really helps then, doesn't it? Perhaps it's clumps of trees. Do you know, it's surprising there isn't grass up the middle. You normally take me where there's grass up the middle. This is lovely, isn't it? Yeah, there's quite a bit of loose sand and stuff in the middle. You have got to be a bit sensible around here. Everywhere you go, you can see the trees have been distressed with that storm we had, can't you? What I like is it's not particularly populated. I like the fact that it is not spoilt. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't wolves. I mean, what I've heard about Suffolk, anything could happen. Yeah, I'm a bit concerned about this whole area. Well, this is the end of the runway, RAF Woodbridge. Now, evidently, according to Robert, this is a whole Roswell thing. A UFO was supposed to have landed in these woods. Now, I don't know much about this sort of thing. I don't know what sort of viewing he does, but it's on YouTube. But the Rendlesham thing is all on YouTube. But evidently there was big lights in the woods there and all the rest of it lit up. It's supposed to be a big mystery. If you like your old stories about UFOs, look that one up, but it was right in there. It's absolutely full of pigs out here. They do look big porkers. Oh, I'll have to have some pork scratchings with my pint tonight. I've got to keep this industry going, I think. It's my job. I started with a nice cooked breakfast and a bit of bacon and egg. I think you've got to support our British farmers, haven't you? I mean, we're jollily nice people like Mr. Clarkson and that. You've got to help these farmers. There's pigs everywhere. They don't smell though, why not? Dry day, yeah, okay. Look at them all over there. They're all big uns, aren't they? Now we've stopped in lots of different places and we've had a cup of tea in nearly all these different places. As I turn the corner I can feel the whole body swilling. But it's really nice. We've got 4 more stops, so that's another 4 cups to go, according to Robert, up ahead. He said he might have to eat a sponge. Mind you, if you saw his bacon sandwich earlier today, they didn't just give him doorsteps, they gave him quarter of a loaf, granary loaf. I mean, it stood up 4 or 5 inches tall, and I thought if he eats that lot and drinks all that tea, that's going to expand to about twice the size. Fair credit to him, he's managed it. He accepted the challenge, he said. Robert can smell the pigs now. Perhaps we haven't been downwind, that's probably what it is. It's making his eyes smart, he said. Beautiful road. There's a lot of actually woodland round here. It's not, you don't know what to expect when you come round here, do you? Yeah, lovely, isn't it? There's a lot of woodland out here. Regrettably, it's all turning into housing and car parks where we live. Look at that lovely old building there. I'll slow up. It's lovely. Yeah, 3 stories. It does look spooky. Are you allowed to just park here? Well, we park here then. Now out there is Orford Ness, Nest, and that's where they tested our first atomic bomb's detonator, out there. Not the bomb, the detonator. And if you look to the side here, you can see the power station, but what a nice setting. And you can get a boat here, and it's an hour trip right round there. What a lovely trip, an hour round here. My wife doesn't like boats. I think I might bring her here.